The roar of the crowd can only mean one thing, really. Race day has arrived here in Abu Dhabi, and it's time to join our teams who are getting ready down on the grid. The drivers will be racing here at the Yas Marina circuit through 16 corners and a lap distance of around 3.28 miles. There are a few opportunities to pass with long straights and DRS zones in 2 places, so plenty of close racing, then plenty of speed and plenty of drama to be found in the laps ahead. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and Max Verstappen lines up alongside. Looking at the rest of today's grid, we have Piastri, Norris, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Tsunoda, Leclerc, Russell, Sainz, and Isaac Hadjar, Albon, Stroll, Fernando Alonso, and Lawson, Colapinto, Bortoletto, Esteban Ocon, and Ollie Behrman. Hulkenberg and Pierre Gasly picks up the final grid slot. With preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track. And alongside me today, former Formula One driver and former world champion too. See, told you I'd give you a big intro. Anthony Davidson, hello. I know what we've got to do before the start of today's race, but what about our driver? What do the final hours look like for them?
Well, for them, you've got your pre-race rituals that you go through. You see different drivers that, some have got their headphones on, they're listening to the music. Some drivers really absorb the energy from the crowd and they're there waving to them. Other drivers, they go within themselves. They chat to their engineers, absorbing that information, that vital information that you need to carry you through the race. And, those pre-race rituals are essential to making things systematic. We do a lot of Grand Prix in a season, and the more systematic you can be, the easier you are within that environment.
So here we go then with the formation lap right here in Abu Dhabi. Around 50,000 spectators are all in the stands today, all hoping to see some fantastic racing. As the cars come back towards the grid to line up for the start of the race, each driver will be wanting to get the best start they possibly can. And they'll be hoping to finish today's race on the podium, failing that, within the points.
DRS now available. Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past. Okay, gap ahead, 2.4 seconds. Tyres are degrading fast. We can change strategy if you want. Check your MFD for details. Understood. Copy that. No tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap, box this lap.
Yeah, all good.
And gap to the car in front, 3.3 seconds. Remember, box this lap. Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit line as you approach and make sure you don't speed. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. Okay, we're sat in P12 now. Okay, gap to leader, 6.3 seconds. Verstappen's ahead of you. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 5.7 seconds. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Russell behind. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. And that's 8 laps to go. Okay, clear. Green flag, we're racing again, let's go. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 3.8 seconds. Car ahead of you's just fitted the hard tyres. Car ahead now on the hard compound. Oscar is into the pit lane. Oscar in the pits. So your ERS is running a bit low. Look into changing your ERS mode in the MFD for a more conservative burn rate, or you might want to try some lifting or gentle braking to recharge. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by. 4.3 seconds. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Oscar's ahead of you. Less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. Okay, they've got 4 laps on their tyres. Time last lap, 1:26.6. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Okay mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. Okay, gap to the car ahead, 1.5 seconds. Oscar ahead. Okay, gap to the car in front, 1.5 seconds. They're on old mediums. Their tyres are 5 laps old, and the time last lap, 1:26.8. Okay, they're building a lead of 0.6 a lap, come on.
Yeah, good job. Good comms and everything, so cheers.
And in the end, there was no Verstappen. Max Verstappen, he takes victory.
Well, he's clearly been given the car now, hasn't he, Crofty, to showcase his talents. We always knew Verstappen had the speed, of course, but what a dominant performance that was today. Really now at one with the car.
It's time for our podium celebrations. And as ever in Formula One, 3 is the magic number. But there can only be one on the top step. Your number 1, Max Verstappen. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.